Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Raidah Adinda Wakano with NPM 02042011-017 with the title Research on the Influence of Atmosphere and Price Perception on the Personalization Study at Arabeauty in Ternate City. So, the phrase I want to talk about introduction. So, retail has existed since time immemorial. Retail as a business to the provision of the goods and services are developed from a traditional market and traders who sell the goods directly to consumers. Retail is also a promotion business for entrepreneurs, and many entrepreneurs compete with each other to attract consumers. This competition not only creates opportunities but also challenges. Stay the retail include active related to the sale of a good or service directly to the end consumer for personal and non-commercial purposes. Providing companies are always trying to find ways to increase the market share and always create a comfortable business environment. Uh, this, of course, also includes the atmosphere of the store. The location and the price perception thus must be attractive so that customer can make a purchase decision. The number of cosmetic stores in Ternate City has begun to appear a lot, considering that cosmetic enthusiasts are not only from young people but also adults. Since the what causes competition among cosmetic stores to be able to attract the attention of the consumer to shopping in the store. And the second is introduction. So a very strategic effort are also carried out and starting from the creating a comfortable store atmosphere and choosing the right strategic location and determine the appropriate price. The strategy are also carried out by Toko to compare the freely to attract consumer interest so that the store continue to excite. This can be seen based on the data on the number of visitors to Arabeauty store which the attest as follow the main factor in the influence the purchase decision in the structure of the store, which include the design of the exterior of the store, the inside of the store and the layout of the store. The atmosphere of the store creates the ability to attract the attention for consumers to shop because they are interested in the design or comfort for atmosphere provided. This statement is a trend based on the result of the mini research conducted, where it is known that consumers state that the design of the Arabeauty store take more attention to consumer with a score of 88.3%. It is also known that the lighting of the Arabeauty store is able to attract the attention of consumers with the value of 84.5%. Marketing Caterpillar and Color 2009 explained the market as an art and science of the selecting a target market and researching, increasing and growing consumer by creating, providing, and communicating superior customer value. Market must be really focused on the market so that they can be provided satisfaction to the need and wants to consumer and to recognition a consumer so that they can build long-term relationship. So a purchase decision is the action of the customer to buy or not to buy a product or service. The consumer usually always considers several factors, including service and quality and store atmosphere. A consumer will experience a level of satisfaction if the goods they get are in accordance with their needs and desire. The consumer purchase decision process goes through 5 stages: is problem recognition, information shares, alternative evaluation, purchase decision, and purchase behavior. Caterpillar and Color 2009 explained that purchasing decisions are grouped into a 5-stage model. The first is problem introduction, the second is information source, the third is evaluation of alternative, the fourth is purchase decision, and the fifth is purchase behavior. Price perception, a Cutler, Philip and Armstrong 2018, that price perception is a value contain a price related to benefit. The perception of price that arises from individual depends on the environmental background and the individual own condition. Price is the exchange rate of a good or service and various other benefit related to goods or service. The first is affordability, and the second is price compatibility with product quality, and the third is price compatibility with benefit, and the fourth is price according to affordability or price competitiveness. Location. According to Fendi 2012, state that a location is a place where a company, a place or a place where a company career or activities to product, goods or service that's important to its economic aspect. Explain that there are several factors that affect the collection of this physical place or location a business or factor, which are as follow. The first is access, the second is visibility, the third is traffic, and the fourth is spacious, and the five is expansion, and the six is environment, and the seven is competition, and the eight is government regulation. So store atmosphere. Levi Michel Barton A. 2012 that the atmosphere of the store affects the emotional state of the buyer that causes or influences the purchase. The emotional state will create the two dominant feelings, namely is the feeling of pleasure and irrational desire. The atmosphere of the store is also an important component of the store and can provide comfort for visitors. So, with that, a store must form atmosphere that can make visitors comfortable. According to Levi Mitchell and Barton A. 2012, the atmosphere of the store has several components, including the first is lighting, the second is music background, and the third is temperature, the fourth is aroma, the five is layout, and the six is in-store alluring decoration. So, here are results of the hypothesis. So, hypothesis S1, the atmosphere of the store has a positive effect on the purchase decision, and S2, location has a positive effect on the purchase decision, and S3, price perception has a positive effect on the purchase decision. And the next is gonna talking about research methodology. The location of this research was the Khairun or the Ternate city normal could prevent. The research operation started from November 2023 to January 2024. The population of this study was all customers who shopped at Arabeauty store in Ternate city from the 2023 to 2024. The sampling technique used in this study is using a non-probability approach with the Persis sampling techniques. The sample criteria in this study are women and men who are 16 and 50 years old. And they have a mother purchase of the store the number of samples taken based on the formula Harga 2018 by multiplying the number in the indicator by 5 to 10, where the indicator in this study is 70 multiplied by 7, so that the number of samples in this study is 119. The type of the data used in the study is quantitative data. The data collection technique used in the study is a questionnaire, and the questionnaire used in the study is a closed questionnaire, and quantitative data analysis using the FEB PLC4 0-point program. So the next is I'm gonna talk about this question, and I have some option about this insight. And the first is I'm gonna talk about the influence of store atmosphere on the presentation. So the result of the first hypothesis is show that the store atmosphere X1 has a positive effect on the presentation Y at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city. This can be seen based on the full sample that was obtained at a PET conversion value of the 0.313 with the statistical value of the 0.617 more than 1.98. So it can be concluded that the store atmosphere indicator has a positive effect on the presentation at the Ternate City Arabeauty store. And for this reason, S1 has a expert. This is in line the research conducted by Winarsi et al. 2020, Arianto and Satrio 2020, and Tantio and Promoto 2020. stated that the store atmosphere has a positive and significant effect on the purchase decision. And the next or the second is I'm gonna talking about the influence of location on purchase decision. So the result of the second hypothesis test can be concluded that the loss X2 does not have a positive effect on the purchase decision Y at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city. It can be stemmed from the result of the full sample. The Swiss produces a coefficient value of the minus 0.33 with a statistical value of the 0.362 less than 1.98 or a Ticon value smaller than the table value and a Psyche value of 0.718 more than or a sig value greater than 0.005 indicates that the location variable x2 has a negative effect, which means it can be concluded that the indicator on the location do not have a positive effect on the purchase decision at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city. For the reason H2 has rejected, previous research conducted by Harga et al. 2019, which states that location has a negative and insignificant effect on the purchase decision. And Cynthia et al. 2022 stated that the location of the special had an effect and was not significant to the purchase decision. So the next or the 30, I'm gonna talk about the influence of the price perception on decision making. The result of the 30 hypothesis test can be concluded that the price perception X3 affect the purchase decision Y at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city. It can be seen from the result of the full sample the Swiss product or the past convention value of the 0.486 with a statistical value of the 5.538 more than 1.98, so it can be concluded that the price perception indicator has a positive effect on the perception at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city. For the reason H3 was expected. This is line with the research conducted Mardiansa 2020 decided the price perception has a positive and significant effect on the purchase decision. And Wyan et al. 2023 cited the price perception has a positive effect on the purchase decision. Therefore, it can be said that the better and the price perception, the more consumer will make a purchase at the store. And the last, I'm gonna talk about conclusions. So I have three options about this conclusion. So the following are the conclusion from the result of the study, including the following. The first is the atmosphere of the store has a positive effect on the purchase decision at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city on the full sample test, which means the higher or the better the store atmosphere and the higher the consumer will also make a purchase. And the second, location does not have a positive effect on the purchase decision at the Arabeauty store Ternate city on the full sample test, which means that the location factor at the Arabeauty store does not affect the consumer purchase decision. And the third is price perception has a positive effect on the purchase decision at the Arabeauty store in Ternate city. The full sample test will mean that price is important factor in the buyer decision that the better the price, the more purchase will increase. Okay, that is some of my explanation from the material on the influence itself, atmosphere, location, and price perception on the buyer decision. That's all enough from me and thank you for watching. Bye bye.